Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're returning for episode 3 of our Rise of House Grand series, where we are ruling here in this very, very modest land, deep into the Riverlands, where we did manage to expand slightly in the last episode, and we have finally got our first custom characters in for this episode from you guys in the Discord and in the comments down below. If you do want to get involved in the series, try and get your own custom houses and characters in, then just comment down below in the YouTube videos. But for a better chance for them to be seen by me and the creation team, you can join the Discord server, which can be found on the channel's homepage, and there's a much better chance there of getting your character involved, as well as a blueprint for how to get them involved, and people who will help you build your sigils and stuff if you don't know how to do that. So let's get into our new characters. So we have House Pate, which is this very nice one here, who are currently just in our court, but we will be landing them once land is available to them. And we've got a nice badger and hog on a black and white background with this nice rainbow colour in the background. House words: let honour be our castle and righteousness our rampants. And then also for this, we have two more houses. We have House Greyron, who are landed here in Dawngate. That was one of the landed knights that we already had under us. We've just changed them to give them a better name and sigil. And their house words are Forged by Faith. And then our last custom house for today's episode is, if you remember, Duncan's close friend. We changed his name because his name sucked a bit, to be honest, and his house name is now, this is one that I really liked. I thought the sigil was really cool. House Strider, where we've got this nice white knight and horse with the 7 pointing stars on a purple and black background, and their house words are honour thyself and family. I will unpause so that things can tick along, because we need our manpower to replenish. We've not got a lot of manpower, as we did get attacked by that enemy host when we were trying to return home from our expansion, unfortunately. As you guys let me know, we can't disband our manpower when there are enemies nearby, so we couldn't do anything about that, unfortunately. I do want to give some more of these characters house names once we can, such as Ingram, who was our wife's sworn shield. So I'm going to try and find him a spouse now. Let's try and look for some of skills and see if we can find someone decent. And the weakness that has plagued my daughter since her birth has finally released its hold on her. Relief washes over me as I see Rosalind running around with all the other children. Perfect. So that saves our heir. How old is Ingram? 42. But we want to get him a bride who is going to be able to give him children. Let's see if we can find somebody with some inheritable traits. I don't want to go overboard with inheritable traits, but if we can get some early on, it would be nice, just to start to make these houses have their own traits and personalities. What have we got? We've got one here with the intelligent trait. Does he have any traits himself? No, he's just a very good knight. Maybe the Amazonian trait, that would be pretty cool. Lollis. So let's go for her. That gets him a bride, and then I do want to get him his own sigil once he has some land. And he's not actually a knight, which doesn't make any sense. So we will offer him a knighthood, which will give him some prestige, and it also increases his opinion of us, and we gain a bit of piety from it. So we will offer him that knighthood. Also in our court, I think we've got a few others that could potentially go on to be some custom houses made by you guys. There's our let's see where they are. We've got Jorin, who is our squire, but we won't be giving him a house name until he is a knight, which could take some time. Can we train him again yet? Yeah, we can train squire, so we will do that to see if we can make him a bit better, because at the minute he's not the best, and we don't have much potential of a good outcome. We've got 40% now on swordmanship, so maybe we can actually do something there with him. And we do have Damwell in our court as well, who is a knight, so we could make him... Oh, he's not a knight, he's just a trained fighter. We can't offer him knighthood at the minute because we've already done that. But I think we can offer knighthood pretty... Oh, yeah, we can offer her knighthood very quickly, I think, once we've done the other knighthood. So we do need to find him a spouse as well. And we'll look through the same criteria. One that's young enough that is going to give him, hopefully, some children. We'll go for that. There we go. If we can get all of our household knights married, these can become our future... Hopefully our future bannermen and lords and sworn knights. I'm not sure if there's any more in our court at present. I think that might be all the ones that we currently have. Damwell, who we just did. Kerwin, who's Kerwin? Oh, okay, he's a normal knight as well, so we do have another one here. Well, a normal character, sorry. Not knight. I didn't know if he was a maester or something. So let's find him a bride. How old is he? 29. We've got Bessie here. It would be interesting to get Bessie and her tits involved. We also have Matilda. Let's go for Bessie, because that's just funner, just to get a character involved like that. Right, let's unpause. Squire training. Jorin and I sparred with practice swords today. After all, a knight is only as good as their swordsmanship. During our training session, Jorin could not grasp the techniques I was demonstrating. He seemed to struggle with other drills as well. So unfortunately, it's not made him any better, but we have now knighted Ingram, who is now a knight. So hopefully, once he's wed as well, and we can get him some lands, he can become one of your guys' houses. And perfect, there's someone on the way. Can we now knight the other guy in our court as well? Now that we've done that one knight out of the way, we have got the Brackens, of course, in our court as well, who are both pretty decent. Where was he? Damn well. Can we offer a knighthood yet? When can we do it? On the 25th of the 12th moon. We're currently in the 10th moon, so we've got to wait a couple of months until we can do that. Another one of those brides also on the way. And another one as well. Danger ripped sails. Lollis and her companions lost their sails to a white squall in the Estamont Straits and drifted slowly with the wind until a passing ship offered assistance. Lollis's journey to Grandgate is delayed by 5 days. That's fine. There's not really a huge rush, is there? The Tullys are currently winning this war because we did side with our bannermen. A brush fire for Bessie and her companions, but they're not too far away, so they should get here fairly soon. Has our manpower replenished a little bit yet? Not a great amount, but we will stay on side. Let's go to our liege lord. There's much we can do with him. We can start a claimant faction, but we won't do anything like that for now. It's still probably a little bit too early. We can, if you control a majority, 51%, we can try and claim our liege's title. We don't own 51% yet, but we will have soon, so we probably won't have to wait too long until we can try and overthrow him, but we'll wait until we have got more manpower, because we are very lacking in manpower, and I would like to try and probably take some of these lands first. I think, was it the one to the west that was slightly weaker? Lord Walder over here with 859 manpower, and this guy over here with 1,000, yeah, so Wiltshire is probably going to be the easiest one to take, and Bessie has arrived with Bella as well. Lady Andorra is pregnant yet again. Perfect. Our wife is pregnant. We've managed to sway our wife yet again as well. So her opinion of us is going to be pretty good now. So we can probably try and do something else. Or are we still swaying her for now? Yeah, we'll leave that swaying for now then and improve it a little bit more. What decision? Establish house traditions we'll leave for now. We don't need a loan or anything of the sort just yet. Hopefully never, because I don't really like doing the loans. And we do need to employ a wet nurse. Do we have anyone in our court here who'd make a good wet nurse? Who isn't married, of course, to one of our bannermen at present. How much does it cost us to employ a wet nurse, first of all, though? Because I don't want to be paying out massive amounts of money. Reduces chance for children to contract illness, possibilities. It's probably worth the risk, isn't it, then? Let's go for Bessie. She seems like she'd be good at that job. We can appoint a worthy successor for this as well. Lollis. Is that his wife? So his wife is going to be his successor. Why not? Why not indeed? And we can create another accolade, but we won't do that for now. Low control in this county. Did we? I thought that we'd already sent our person there to try and gain control. Oh no, we didn't. So if we can try and increase control in this area, we will give away the Castle of Might Sing. Once we, of course, have more land. We can't give it away until we have the High Lordship. Else it will go independent, which we do not want just yet. Manpower is very, very slowly on the rise. I don't really want to get involved in this war that's going on. We need to save our manpower. How's it going? Hostatully is still winning by 6%. Lollis has arrived at our court as well. Can't really do much with our liege lord at the minute. I was hoping we could try and modify our vassal contract. Oh, we can't because we're currently at war with him. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So hopefully when this war ends, we can try and change our contract. See if we can get more power, more influence in the court. Maybe try and get a place on his council or something like that, offering him more manpower. But we're going to overthrow him anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we offer him a huge amount of manpower. I'm just looking at this land here, if we can expand into the Westerlands. These really good defences here around Horn Vale would make a very good seat for someone in our council. Nice choke point here. Gives our western border some very good protection. We do have this small hill here, but this impassable terrain would make for an awesome western border if we can move into that land. Once Tywin dies, Tyrion normally gets murdered, and then if that ends up with Cersei involved in some capacity, that's going to make the Westerlands incredibly vulnerable and weak, and hopefully we can use that to our advantage. And she has had Prince Joffrey, which is interesting, so that could cause a massive war between the independent kingdoms at some point, which could work massively in our favour, hopefully. I don't want to create a new acolyte. And what does it cost us to make a... I don't even think we've got anyone that we could... Who's Lucas, our knight? Ah, Lucas Pate. Yes, of course. Who is a decent fighter and a knight, so we could do that and make another accolade for him, but at present we'll leave that for now. We have got an available perk, defensive measures, fort level +1, garrison size +20, centralization, development, growth in realm capital +0.10 a month. You can command payments for hooks, claims of loyalty, learn language, scheme power, domestic affairs efficiency, large levies, vassal levy contribution +20%. We don't have many vassals at the minute, so it probably wouldn't be the biggest one to help us. Probably the golden obligations for now, so we can move on to another perk tree there and see what we can gain from it. We will speed things up a bit quicker so that we can hopefully get our military to increase quicker, and I want to see what our next child is going to be as well. Are all of these married? Belson Pate, yeah, he's married with children, so that's good. I just want to make sure all these houses are going to be producing heirs. Lucas Pate, I believe, was married as well, yeah, with children, perfect. Was our squire married yet? I think I forgot to wed him off. Yes, he needs a marriage. He has got the stupid trait, which is not great, but if we can maybe get him a bride here with the intelligent trait, hopefully it'll balance out and have some normal children. And the wars are kicking off massively around here between all of these Rivermen vassals. And did I just see that our king has died? To the impeccable Duncan, I accept your marriage proposal. Liara departed from court. Ally River King Edmure II. Yeah, so Edmure Tully is now our new king. What happened to Hosta? Died from his wounds in this war. So Edmure could make a very good king for our kingdom, though. We will stay loyal to him for now. He's very compassionate and trusting. Gregorus, so maybe we can sway him, which might not be too bad. We will wait until this war is over, though, and then we'll see if we can do some brown nosing to our king and suck up to him a little bit. Especially with considering that considering the Pipers have gone against him. Let's start swaying him now. Maybe then he will turn a blind eye when we try and overthrow House Piper. Probably let House Piper keep Pink Maiden, depending on how they act. But there are 2 branches of House Piper at the moment, which we do not need. So one of them, at least, will definitely be being moved. Cradled by death, as the door to the birthing chamber opens, I am not greeted by smiling midwives and crying babe, but instead Lady Andara's heart-wrenching wails. I am so sorry, my lord. The midwife does not look me in the eye. In her arms is a tiny covered bundle. Your daughter, she is in the 7 heavens now. My daughter in the 7 heavens. Your daughter was stillborn. That sucks. That really sucks. Thankfully, we have already got 2 children. Do they not add to the list anymore when they're stillborn? I thought they used to. That really sucks. Wow, our 36 stewardship is incredibly impressive. 47% in this war. I just want this war over so we can start making me. I think we can. Can we not go to war with you? No, we can't at present. Can we go to war with the other one? Are they both current? They're both. Oh no, you. So we can go to war with you, but we don't have a claim on your land. But we can't go to war. Oh no, we can. We can go to war with you for our claims. Not yet, because I still don't think our manpower's recovered enough. 1,200 men, 800. Oh, it probably has. We probably could get away with it, actually. We probably have enough manpower to go to, but just to be safe, we will let it recover a little bit more because we're still only halfway recovered. And then we can take that. Get some more Demences under our control so that we can improve our taxes unconditionally. As I lean over the map in the council chamber, a sudden creak turns my head towards the door. My daughter Rosalind appears in the hallway, running like the wind towards me, shrieking hugs. She leans in close and encloses my hips in a firm hug. I look at her, a hidden tear in my eye, while my hand is stroking her hair in an effort to reciprocate the gesture. And we lose stress because she's a good daughter, apparently. Is there any other sort of interesting decisions that we can take? Not really at present. We can invite more knights, but we've got a decent selection of knights already, so we don't want to do that. We could train for a tournament. Let's do that just to improve ourselves, improve our skill at arms for hopefully when we do go to a tournament. And we're going to be trained by Lord Rorin of Dawngate of House Greyron, one of our new houses. And then you turn to the right, Lord Rorin yells, while dealing a powerful blow to my sword that makes me take a couple of steps back. They won't go gentle on you in the tourney, my lord, he says, drying the sweat from his forehead. If you want to win, you can't afford to lose, not even to me, not even once. Okay, we can go for it. 10% chance of getting strong trait. That would be awesome if we could do that. Or we can improve our prowess, well trained for 10 years, or a small chance of getting wounded. So let's go for it. And we gain the trait strong. That is awesome. That was the best outcome. We've gained an inheritable trait, which is awesome. That I couldn't ask for more with that. Perfect. Hopefully we can pass that on to any other children that we have in the future. Hopefully it's going to help us when we do get involved in tournaments and such in the future. Here's the House Piper bannermen. Enemy army. There's the Vance. Is that an enemy army as well? Yes, it is. And so is this one here. Pierce departed for court and has arrived at our court. Who are you? Pierce. 41-year-old wounded peasant leader. But he is a skilled fighter. An unyielding defender. A forest fighter. Rough terrain. Wow, he's impressive. Does he just automatically become a courtier? Because I wouldn't mind keeping him about. And Master at Arms impress his vassal. So she gains a 30% opinion of us, and we gain 75 prestige, which is awesome. But yeah, you're pretty good. We'll keep an eye on you. Let's find you a spouse as well. You don't have any inheritable traits. How old are you? 41. Find you someone that's hopefully going to be young enough to give you children. Maybe we can make one of our custom houses with you. Is there any? A lot of these are much older. Here we go. We've got a Honeywiner here. I'd rather go for some Riverlanders if we can. Perfect. Let's go for you. But you're very impressive, and we can offer you a knighthood, so we will. Hopefully keeping you around, because, yeah, you're really good. You've got some really impressive traits, especially commander traits, which would be very useful to us. And his wife has departed for our court. Right, what's our manpower at now? If I can click the right button, that is 1,400. And his are at 800. Do we wait it out? We'll wait it out a little bit longer, just to be safe in case any of these other enemy armies end up catching us by surprise. We don't really want that. We can train our squire again, so we will. What have we got? Swordmanship, 40% chance. Come on. A disappointment yet again, unfortunately, which really sucks. How much manpower can we have at full? Wow, 1,689 at full, which is impressive. And that's just with the levies. We've got 100 Trident Scouts and 400 Riverbows as well, which are very impressive. A Bravo C puppeteer has arrived at my court. My steward, having heard talk of his talent among the local small folk, decided to invite him to put on a show for my household. I look forward to seeing the show. The puppeteer show was disturbing. The puppeteer put on several performances for the audience. One of the comical ones, however, felt like they were mocking myself and House Grand. I hope he didn't mock me like this in front of the peasantry. We gained 13 stress, which is not good. Right, I think we're going to go for it before anything happens. So let's press our claims upon the Lordship of Wisher. Declared war. Let's raise our armies. Commander, we will go. We've got our acclaimed knight who is reckless. Got Jonas Bracken, who's a forder. Do we have any rivers to... There is a small river crossing there, I suppose. So he might be a good idea. But we've got Lollis, who's a logician. Piers, who is a rough terrain expert, a forest fighter, and Anunya. I'm going to go for him just because of how many traits he's got. 1,400 men. Let's march straight on. He's defending in hills and has a better army commander, but we do have unyielding. Let's just march on to here first. See if we can get him to... Let's see if we can go around him to avoid those hills. Try and flank his host. Defending a river crossing. No, it's going to be worse from that position. So maybe from here will be a better position. Yeah, no river. There's no river crossing here. He's just going to have the advantage of the hills. But we do... It is in the woods. There we go. Yeah, we've got a better chance of winning now because we've got more soldiers, higher quality soldiers, more commander traits. He does have the defending in the hills, but we should be okay. And we did manage to call up a few more men-at-arms as well while we were doing that. Yeah, we're having a crushing victory. Probably should have let him recover from his wounds. And some people have arrived at court. Our knight Lollis wounded Roman Pollard. Oh, we've got a female knight. That's pretty cool. I don't know if she's actually a knight. We've murdered someone as well. Enemy combatants captured. Your forces captured Romand and the knight of Lord Walder. Roman Pollard. Wounded, forder, logician. Brilliant. Decent marshal. He's not too bad of a character. It's good that we managed to catch him. Hopefully that will give us... Can we ransom him? We can't. Maybe we can do something with him ourselves, though. He does look pretty decent, to be honest. Prisoners. We've got you. Who are you? Another prisoner. Faith of the Seven, Riverlander. Negotiate a release, demand conversion, gain a weak hook, take the vows, recruit. I don't really want to recruit him. There's nothing too impressive about him. So let's just... He loses 20% opinion of us if we gain a weak hook. Demand conversion, no. I don't want to recruit him. There's nothing special about him. We'll leave him where he is for now. And then Roman Pollard. I wouldn't mind recruiting you. You will lose opinion of us, but you're a decent character. Diligent, chase, stubborn. Yeah, I wouldn't mind you. We'll change your name. You can be one of our customs. I wouldn't actually mind recruiting you to our cause. Especially if you're our enemy who we're fighting's best commander by the looks of it. We've been invited to Lord Nestor's Grand Tourney. I'm going to have to refuse. Greetings, Lord Duncan of Grandgate. I have no choice but to accept your conditions. Let's find him a bride. How old is he? 34. Someone that's going to be young enough to hopefully give him some heirs. Who do we have? Who do we have? Several different options. A lot of them are way into their 30s, though. If we can find someone younger, that would be better. Ironborn, no, thank you. Assault Dornish seems a bit far away for how small our kingdom is at present. Here we go, Hazel, a Riverlander with the beautiful trait. Perfect. That will do. And of course, we're not going to grant a royal wedding or grand wedding or anything like that. Well, we killed 579 men in that and only lost 69 of our own, which is awesome. That's a great victory. They're still marching way off over here. Hazel has departed for our court. Perfect. So now we just need to siege down this land, but it's going to take 16 months to siege that down. Can we siege down the province of Truthmine instead then? Because that might be an easier siege. Do we have any siege leaders? I don't think we do. Well, we do. Master Ryan of Miranda. Can we ask him to travel? We could do with him in control. Freeman's Fortune. Marianne, a free tenant renting some of my land in Grandgate, has poured in an exceptional harvest this season due to her meticulous planning. She wishes to use some of her profits to purchase a piece of my estate from me so that she can build upon her success and grow more crops next year. Forget farming. A woman like you should be in my court. Let's have a look at her. She's intelligent and a thrifty clerk. Honourable, cynical and diligent. Very good stewardship. She could join our court. She gains a good opinion of us. If she can pay me in hard coin, the land is hers. The control level will change by -20. Gains independent farmlands. The land in Grandgate is mine and mine alone. Our control level goes up by 10. No, I'm gonna I'm going to recruit her instead, and we can hopefully make good use of her. She can maybe be a bride to one of our future knights. And we have managed to sway Edmure Tully as well, which is awesome. Can we... No, I don't think... Can you have women stewards on your council? Because she's a lot better than Amos. I think we can, or do they have to be a lord or lady? Because she would make an awesome steward. Maybe when she actually joins. Let's give it a minute and see if we can. And how long is this siege going to take here? Much quicker. Much quicker. Good, good, good. Where is the enemy host? Over there, 227 men. That's fine. We can probably call up more manpower as well, but I won't for now. It doesn't look like we can name her. Maybe if we give her some land, she can become a steward for us, because she'd be a very good steward. I mean, we have Jenny as a spy master, so I don't see why not. I'm not sure on the rules. How much more manpower can we call up? None at the moment. That's fine. Let's just... do we have our siege leader? Did he make it here yet? Did request him to arrive. Master Ryan will travel to Truthmine to take command of the armor in 4 days. And then he arrives and goes home. That happens so much, and it's really annoying. Why? I don't know why it does that. A familiar reflection. I remember the day when my first child, Rosalind, a beautiful girl, was born to my Countess Andara, my charming daughter. Memories like these bring me comfort no matter what happens. I know that my family is there for me and that House Grand stands strong. We are fearless, I whisper under my breath. I will treasure the fort. Rosalind deserves a gift for her loyalty. Give her gold, but that's going to make her stressed. So we'll just treasure the fort. I'm not giving away money. We're too tight for that. Why would he not join? This happens so much. I've called for him to join several times. He arrives, and then he vanishes almost instantly. I just don't understand. There we go. He arrives, and he's gone. Oh, whatever. Let's station some besiegers and send our main host off to fight. And we will put... Ingram's very good, but I think I'm going to stick with Piers just because of those traits. And he can't fight because he's not with us. Ingram it is then. He does have the most prowess, so that could work in his favour, I suppose. Crush that host there. We're not going to give us enough war score, but maybe when this castle falls, we will have enough. A ruler in the making. There is no end to the opinions and wants of my son and heir, Robert. Half of the time, he is trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. He gains the trait bossy. Not too bad a trait, I suppose, for how ambitious we are and where we want to go. We've crushed that host. We're about to finish sieging this. The biggest worry is any of these enemy armies getting to us before. A knight here. Conway, Suffolk. Interesting sigil. Not very decent character, though, so there's no point as recruiting him or anything like that. Yeah, we can't siege this down. That's fine. That's almost been sieged. Can we march on to the City of Steel Breeze? The flighty links of Warwood. My steward, Amos, known for his interest in venery, brings rumours of beasts spotted in the realm. I am hearing much talk from Warwood. It is said a foul lynx has been terrorising the local villagers, snatching livestock before disappearing into the forest. Interesting. Don't bother me with this. No. Interesting. Lordship of Warwood gained beast sighting. Maybe we can go hunting in Warwood then. Our lord does like a hunt. It would be a good way to celebrate, I suppose, after this victory. And, yeah, we've got a different commander here. I'm going to try once more. So I just want to know why this isn't working. Am I doing something wrong? I don't think I'm doing anything wrong because he does appear and then he just vanishes straight afterwards. And there is a huge enemy host marching down south, which is not good. But thankfully, we are at 100% peace. So we will enforce demands. And can we disband these armies before that enemy host gets anywhere near us? And now our lands are looking very impressive. I'd say that is probably about 50% as well. But I will wait until we have better control. So we've got pile more hold now under our control. Hopefully we can gain more taxes off that. We are losing money at present. That might be because our host hasn't completely disbanded yet, though. I'm going to look in our courtiers. Did that lady arrive in our courtier, the very good steward? I'm pretty sure she did. Was it you? No, it wasn't you. You're married to Lucas Pate. You are quite good at stewardship, though. I can't remember what her name was now. I'll know when I see her. Where have you gone? Or did she not arrive at our court? Ah, you were the one where... No, it wasn't you either. You're the one who's been married off to Danwell. But you're also very good at stewardship. She must be around the bottom somewhere then. Who's Kendall, our courtier? So a couple of our courtiers have already had children by the looks of it, which is good. So that will carry on those names. Ah, here you are. Here you are. Here you are. See what we can do with you. I'm trying to seduce you, but we're not going to do that. Try and sway you, demand payment. Does not have enough gold. Find spouse, arrange marriage. There's not a lot that we can do with you for now. I did want to make you steward. I don't think we can do that, unfortunately. Just going to check once more. No, for some reason we cannot do that. But we will end today's episode here, guys, with that expansion that we've just made. Our land is looking a hell of a lot better now, which is really nice. 3 lordships to our name. Lynx is terrorizing Woolwood. It's a good time to hold a hunt. Yeah, I think we will start the next episode by starting that hunt in Woolwood. That would be an interesting way to celebrate our expansion of land. We need to improve our control over Woolwood a bit more before then sending it over to Wishire. Who was the Lord of Wishire again? I can't remember. But yeah, we'll end the episode here. Thanks for watching, guys, as always. I hope that you enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord if you want to get involved and get your characters in this series. And hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of The Rise of House Grand. Duncan pensively brushed his forefinger along the mortared stone of the council chamber, while Septon Jordan droned on about the volume of whores in Grandgate since the victory against the Lions. "My lord, these women would walk in sin if they could walk. They are bow-legged," the Septon ended. Duncan mistrusted this man of the cloth. His arched eyebrows gave him the feigned air of wisdom. Duncan turned, brushed the dust from the wall between forefingers and thumb, sat and spoke. "My good Septon can take his pleas to the Targaryen kings, whose faces adorn the wealth of coins in the establishment these women of sin can be found at." Duncan lifted a silver goblet containing water coloured with beetroot to his lips. The rest of his council were given wine before once again addressing the Septon. "Have you ever been to war?" "War, my lord? I am a man of the faith." The wizened Septon took the look of a dried prune when questioned. He appeared affronted. "That is a no then, Rowan." Duncan gestured to his master-at-arms, Sir Rowan Greyon of Dorngate, who had piercing eyes and a ridiculous moustache. He toyed with it while talking. "Rowan," Duncan repeated, "what do men desire above all else when they are blooded?" The landed knight shifted uncomfortably. My lord," he exhaled. "After we beat back the lions, a second army descended, an army in skirts if you take my meaning." Duncan offered a look to the Septon in response, who then promptly stood, bowed and left. Speaking of which, Duncan finished his cup and reached for a parchment. "I assume all have heard of the tragic passing of our good liege King Hoster." The council offered murmured words and brusque nods as response. "His grace was surely hastened to his grave by these traitors. Lord Went was good king to Hoster, we cannot forget. Treachery," Jonas Bracken offered. His broad shoulders slumped in mourning. "My thinking exactly, Jonas," Duncan offered. "We must make clear that we are no puppets of Pink Maiden. We men are born under the trout of Tully, True and Leal. I believe it was Harren the Black who coined the term traitors of the Trident during Aegon's conquest. These lords are one and the same. Fetch me ink and parchment. 2 birds fly for Riverland tonight. My Lord Greyon, send forth the heralds. Are we outfitted for war?" His piercing eyes lit up at the notion. "Heralds can be sent, aye, but the days are growing shorter and we haven't the leather to pad the armour," the Knight of Dorngate replied. Duncan looked down and across to his Justia. "Master Ryan, have we still those Lannister banners taken from Lord Tywin's outriders?" The fondling with auburn hair looked startled. Yes, my lord." "Good. I will have need of them. Sir Roman Basgrove and Sir Ingram are to push east into the lands of Piper and drive their cattle to Tumblestone. Under Lannister banners, slaughter the beasts and bring their hides home. No man knows the will of the gods, and I will not risk a winter march." Lord Greyon and Master Ryan stood, bowed and took their leave. The Maester brought the parchment as the rest of the council took their leave at Duncan's behest. Duncan began to write. "My king, I write to you grief-stricken by the death of our beloved liege, Hoster. I wish to affirm the loyalty of my house. Our strength is meagre, but we are no puppets of Pink Maiden. Nor shall we heed the call of Lord Went, who is twice traitor, for he is your blood, also we do not forget. The loyalty and steadfastness of Grandgate is yours to command, your grace. This loyalty comes without charge or cause. Duncan Grand, Lord of Grandgate, we are fearless. Duncan set aside a quill and ink and blew out the parchment. He sat back onto the fox furs that adorned his seat. Without charge or clause, aye, but with a great deal of land one might hope. The Vulpine Lord allowed himself a sly smile.